Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I will be explaining what is rotational dating and why it is key if you are someone who is seeking marriage. So I actually have another video on my channel titled, Should You Date Multiple Men at Once? And it is one of my most popular videos for a reason. There are some people who automatically reject this idea, and there are other people who really resonate with it because that is how we have dated for thousands and thousands of years if you look at history. It is only recently that we have started this whole boyfriend-girlfriend thing, dating someone and giving them all these wifey privileges without them putting a ring on our finger. So this video is definitely for you if you are once again seeking marriage or seeking someone who is actually serious about a long-term commitment with you. First, let's just answer, what is rotational dating? Rotational dating is when you keep your options open and continue to date around until your primary goal has been met. So if your primary goal is to have a committed relationship and move in with someone, then that is when you would stop dating other people. If your goal is to get married, then you would not stop rotational dating until a man got on his knee and proposed to you. So I know this sounds kind of drastic in a sense, but when you rotationally date, you are retaining your power as a woman. And not only that, but the ball is in your field. And what I mean by that is men are going to need to step up to the plate to fulfill your desire, whatever that desire may be. I truly believe that no desire is too far-fetched, and no matter what it is that your heart is seeking, there is someone out there who is willing to make that dream a reality. Now, I definitely want to clear up the air that rotational dating is definitely not sleeping around, being sneaky, being dishonest, playing the game, trying to get someone to chase you. It's none of that, because when you are rotationally dating, you are being upfront and honest with each and every person you meet that I'm just out, I'm dating, I'm meeting new people, I'm making connections, and until ABC is met, I'm going to keep my options open. So right off the bat, there are going to be some people who reject you. They're not willing to be compared to other matches, and that is okay. As a woman, you don't want every single guy on your radar, right? You only want the ones who align with you, who align with your values, who align with your life vision. So it is completely okay for some of these men to just slip off, and I found that to be the case for sure. Like when I was online dating and I had put on my profile that I was celibate, that I was, going to wait until marriage, that automatically drew a lot of men away from me, and I did not see that as a negative because I knew this was bringing me closer and closer to my dream man, to the guy who resonated with that, to the guy who was willing to wait to be intimate with me. So what rotational dating actually is knowing your worth, knowing your boundaries, knowing your standards, and also understanding that there is a biological time clock when it comes to being a woman. That is just the truth, unfortunately. Some people will just say, don't even worry about it, like take your time, but the truth is, if you truly do want a family, that should be at the forefront of your thoughts. Is there is no time to be wasted, right? You want to be meeting the guy who is on the same page when it comes to having a family. Now, I'm not saying that that has to be everyone's goal. I know it wasn't mine and it still isn't, but for a lot of women, they are in relationships currently with men who don't see themselves having a family anytime soon, and the clock is just ticking for these women, and instead of just putting all of their eggs in this one basket, they could have been rotationally dating and seeing who was actually willing to make that happen, who was actually ready to start a family. So the entire point of rotationally dating is to get out there, connect with people, talk to people, and without judgment, realize who is a good fit for you and who isn't. Just because some guy is attractive or some guy is cute and you have a good vibe does not mean that you guys are going to align long term or actually be compatible. So you need to start thinking about what truly matters. And rotationally dating really helps you remain neutral, remain objective, because you are continuously meeting new people and you're not forcing all of them to fit in the box, right? You're allowing them to be themselves. And so you also flourish because you're going to be comfortable in your own skin, knowing that you don't need to settle for every guy you meet. You are waiting for the right guy. So think about these two situations. Imagine that there is one girl who is someone who just dates one guy at a time, and she tends to get into long-term boyfriend-girlfriend type relationships. So she meets a guy, she dates him for 3-4 years, she figures out, they're not really on the same page, he hasn't proposed to her, they break up, she takes a year or two to heal, she enters the market again, she goes on 1 or 2 dates and realizes, you know what, I like this guy, I'm gonna put all my eggs into this basket, and once again, there's another 3-4 years wasted with this guy, and she has no idea if this guy is even willing or ready or will eventually ever want to propose or do the things that she desires. Now, think of the second situation where there is a girl, she has dating profiles set up on multiple apps, she is going on 1 to 2 dates a week, and she is remaining neutral. She's not sleeping with these men, she's not being sleazy, she's not being promiscuous, she's being upfront and honest with them, letting them know, hey, I'm going on dates, I'm keeping my options open, you know, you continue to do the same, but until I get engaged, I am not going to get in an exclusive dynamic. She is going to be speeding up years, if not decades of her life, because she is able to see what's actually out there without just limiting her perspective to one guy, to the one guy that she likes, to the one guy that she finds attractive, okay? Men have been doing this for ages, and it's totally fine when men compare women and see what the best is out there, but when women do it, all of a sudden, there's all this shame and guilt. I'm actually here to tell you that when you rotationally date, you are doing what your ancestors did, okay? Think back to the old ages when us women would be at home, living with our parents, and men would have to come to the door to court us, to ask for our hand in marriage, and we had the upper hand. We could say no, we could say yes, we could actually compare our options, right? And it was the men who were competing for us. It was the men who wanted to win us over. It was the men who were stepping up to the plate to meet our standards, okay? We need to get our power back as women. And you need to realize that when you are just sleeping around or dating any guy and just becoming anyone's girlfriend, you are taking the power out of your hands. Us women get very attached and we start doing wifey things for men who don't deserve it, for men who have not claimed us. I can literally think back to my journey, and maybe one day I'll do an entire video on like my dating journey glow up and how I am where I am today with a ring on my finger. And it was a long road. There were times when I was giving men privileges that they had not earned. Okay, I vividly remember inviting this guy over to my apartment, cooking him dinners, you know, making him drinks, doing the whole nine, when this guy had not shown any effort, any attention, any action towards making me his girlfriend, making me his wife. I was the one chasing him. And a lot of women don't realize this because they think it's just being nice. They think it's, you know, being nurturing. And naturally, as women, we have a tendency to do that for the people that we care about. But you need to realize that not every guy deserves this from you. Actually, most don't. Okay, only very few deserve that version of you. And so when I finally analyzed my patterns, I was like, whoa, wait, I am doing this completely wrong. I am playing the masculine role here. I'm the one initiating plans, cooking, taking care of this guy as if I'm his mom or his wife, when he has not put in the steps in order to woo me over, in order to court me, right? So you women need to understand that when you remain objective and neutral and you date around, you take your power back and you are able to sift through the guys who are weak or insecure or who don't want to compete for you. And that's completely fine because you don't want to end up with a guy like that anyways. So once again, rotational dating gives you more options as a woman, and it also gives you the freedom to make the best decision that serves you. It's not going to serve all of society, that's true. There are going to be people out there who will judge you, but you need to focus on your own journey. And when you do this, you are going to realize who is the true alpha male out there, okay? Because there is going to be a guy out there with this quiet confidence, with this deep knowing that you are meant to be his woman, you are meant to be his wife. And he will be willing to basically show you that he is the one. He will be doing the work. He will be meeting your standards. He will be stepping up to the plate to impress you. And that is exactly what my partner did. When I first met him, I was on dating apps. I told him, I'm not just going to become your girlfriend. I'm keeping my options open and you can do the same. And month after month after month after month, he was consistent. He was courting me. He didn't care if I was going on other dates because he knew he was the best out there. Okay, and that is a true alpha male, because the insecure guys, the weak guys, right off the bat, they aren't going to be willing to go through this. They aren't going to be willing to wait. They are going to be wanting wifey privileges on day one, and it's because deep down they know they don't deserve you. They know that they are not worthy enough for you. So just remember that the guy who is truly worthy of you and deserving of you, he will be okay with rotational dating. He will actually respect you for being upfront about that. And he will know deep down that you will realize over time that he is the one for you. So that is my video on rotational dating. I hope that this was helpful. Definitely leave down a comment below if you are currently rotationally dating, if this is something that you've practiced before. I highly encourage it. And make sure to subscribe before you leave. Give this video a thumbs up if you align with rotational dating, if you resonate with this topic. And I want to thank you guys so much. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you all very, very soon. Bye!